What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to today's pre-market analysis episode. Today is July the 11th, Friday, and let's see what we can do today regarding the market. Today we do not have much news at all. Take a look here. We don't have anything until 11 a.m. basically, so we're clear. Alright, let's get started though with our technical analysis. Market is going to open in 5 minutes, so I don't want to actually speak through too much, but I will be conducting. Highs there, we have to validate them all as obvious. That level right down there. Now we came back down, but we're still continuing to maintain that uptrend. Could be considered a 4-hour, but I would love to see a smaller zone that we can work with, because if you look on the footprint chart, that white, yeah, we're seeing a large volume near the top, so not a bad idea. Seeing bearish momentum here, but higher time frame bullish. Okay, just keep in mind that we did sweep these lows and we started to conduct bullish pressure after that, but it may be a case in which we are rejecting from that area once again. But we have a 2-hour up here, decent 2-hour. Alright, this would be much more preferable. Just gonna move it up there. See, now it's much more condensed and within a region, because now we know exact area where that imbalance did happen to occur. Now this area is happening to hold, because you see a sweep of it and then we see continuation sell-off, but who knows, you might just come here and then continue breakthrough. So that's just where we have to be keen in watching the markets and seeing exactly what happens. Of course, there's going to be a 2-hour zone there, I remember. Also work on 1 hour. But it was 2-hour, I remember that. Here was a 2-hour. Yep. Market's opening in 1.5 minutes. That's one tap. Then we come up to this low. We see another tap. Continue. Then we see our buying pressure occur. Break below that yesterday with the Canadian tariff news. So with these tariff news, it might play out bearish like we've seen before. But those bearish opportunities can create some very nice buying opportunities in terms of value. So we just have to wait and see. yeah, that's basically it in terms of the main specific parts and details. We extend our volume profile, perhaps to these highs. You see majority of the volume is transacted near the top there, and if you break this area, it's free move up till there. Market open in 30 seconds, but if we extend it here, we see volume transacted throughout this entire area and this entire area. So not much we're gaining from that. I don't think we'll gain too much from volume profile. Do you see volume here? So potentially we sweep out this liquidity and then move up. Just have to combine with bookmap as well. But market's opening in 5 seconds, so I just want to watch that and be alert as to what is going to happen. We'll go on the 5 minute and then we'll come back to validating or invalidating our zones. Continuing to push through the bookmap level at 6,300. I'll just go validate our different zones, or various zones. Let's go ahead and validate all these 30 minutes that we've been seeing. We do see volume, but it is low volume. Liking how there's delta in the same relative area among these three candles. Hard to tell if that would be really valid, but since that's the recent lows, it wouldn't hurt to have it marked. I'm more interested in seeing this one. Is there, again, low volume. It's a big breakout on the other hand. I'm going to remove that 30 minute. Although structure is showing that it could be a decent 30 minute. I just don't like it that much. I'd rather work with the lows in the low area if there's liquidity there and then marking out 30 minutes with low volume. And then here, same thing. But here we do have lower liquidity. That doesn't change anything. I don't want my charts to be too blurry, but we've already validated the 4 hour with all this buying delta at the top, aggressive selling coming in shortly after. Same thing, buying delta near the top, selling delta coming in shortly at the bottom. Low volume, but still large move. But yeah, how I'm gonna set up my game plan is to essentially gain conviction as to which side or which target price may go. I'm looking at either this relative 4 hour area or this lower liquidity taking out these lows. Now, if price starts to make aggressive selling pressure and we're pushing in barriers, I'll enter off of that, but if it's on the other hand, I'll enter the longs. Just looking for those barriers with a clear target on bookmap. If there's no clear target on bookmap, we will not be entering in such trade. I'm just gonna keep watching to find that expansion. Depending on where we find the expansion, that's where we will enter in. Because if you take a look at bookmap right now, what it seems to have happened was that this liquidity must have been swept and you started moving down from that. And now here we have big level at 6285.5 approximately. 6285.5. I'm just marking on my charts. And we also have liquidity at 6296. Just random ups. Our main one's gonna be at 6300. So we do see that after that sweep up, selling barriers are moving down in price, but we do have this area we might reject off of and see absorption. So just waiting to see what happens. But we'll likely be patient until at least 945, as you can see here. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the same thing here on NQ. Because we might be getting an edge off of NQ. And NQ, it looks like that's swept, but then hard to tell. What did I do? Coming into a 4 hour on NQ. Yeah, but basically going to be the same exact thing essentially on NQ that we've seen on ES in terms of local structure. Perhaps it could differ, something like that. I'm not even gonna mark that. Well, actually, I will mark that since it's in New York session time. But yeah, now I'm just looking to find direction. Once you have found direction and a barrier has identified itself, we won't be afraid to pull the trigger, and it depends on the entire context of the market too, but essentially that's going to be all I have here for today. I'm gonna go see if there's any potential trades I could take live, and I'll see you guys later today for the market analysis or trade recap episode later today. So, I guess I'll see you guys then. before. Join Discord if you want some free resources for completely free. And also take a look at the description down below to see how you can start using Orderflow for completely free. Other than that, that's all I have here for today, and I'll see you guys later today. Goodbye.